Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Linderman, pastor of the Lutheran Church of the Redeemer in Ramsey, New Jersey, and vice pastor of Calvary Lutheran Church in Allendale, New Jersey. Feeling heavy today, and I'm wondering if you are too. Is it the weather? A gray, overcast day, a little bit of rain, temperatures down. We had several days of really nice weather a little while ago, and now that's gone. Is it the fact that we found out in New Jersey that our kids won't be going back to school for the rest of the academic year, so that means more of the same? School at home, sheltering in place, social restrictions, social distancing. Is that making you feel heavy? I'm feeling heavy about all that. I wish I could feel a little more contentment right now. And looking forward to something. I wanted to look forward to summer, and I wanted to look forward to vacation, and I wanted to look forward to activities that I could be doing with my friends and family that I need. I need that social interaction. I need that, rubbing shoulders with people and having fun and working and all of that. I'm a social person, so I'm feeling heavy about the specter of things not really changing all that much for the next several months. And I'm thinking, what could lift me up? What could help me? I came across a quote from St. Paul, and he says he's got the secret to this. Listen, this is Paul writing in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, verses 12 and 13. He says, "I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." And as I was reading this, and I thought, yeah, that's nice, that sounds good. And then I realized that he doesn't really tell us what the secret is that he's learned. So you kind of have to go through Paul's writings and think about Paul's mission and his identity as a disciple of Jesus Christ. And that's where I think that contentment comes from. And so I wanted to dig into that a little bit and focus on that for this message so that we might find some contentment. Usually what I want is I want to be content. I want to be happy. I want to be satisfied with what I'm doing or with what I have to do or with what's coming up. Or if I can't have that, I want to be distracted. And in both cases now, in these days of seventh week of social restrictions and the specter that the social dynamics of this pandemic could affect our lives for the next several months. The only difference between now and summer being the end of schoolwork and everything else being the same, even if social restrictions are lifted, how much is going to return to normal? Not enough for me. And so that's why I'm feeling heavy. And I'd really love to feel this sense of contentment right now that Paul says he has a handle on. And he says it comes from Christ, who gives him the strength to find contentment in any and every situation. Another verse came to mind that when Jesus tells his disciples, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." I love that way, truth, and life, that Jesus identifies himself as the way. And that means, to me, that means I am the way to live life. And when he says I am the truth, that means he is the truth about human life. He is the true human. We are striving to measure up to that. Of course, we can't, but fully or perfectly, but we are growing into that in our idea of sanctification as we grow in Christian faith over our lifetime. And then he says, "I am the life," and that life that comes from God that cannot die, that's the life I really need the life I have all by myself, of course, isn't enough. It's limited. It is frail. My life will end. I have death to reckon with in my life, and I don't look forward to that, and that doesn't bring me joy. But knowing Christ does, and it gives me hope. So if I can follow in this way and accept this truth and live this life that Jesus provides, then I'll find the Father. In other words, that's the way I come to the Father. I don't understand this in exclusive terms, that only Christians find the Father. In other words, I see a kind of generous interpretation of this being our ability to say that Jesus, that when all human beings reckon with what it really means to be a human being as a creature and a child of God, then they will find that either they will find in Jesus an example to respect, or they will find that they themselves, in trying to live as best they can as a child of God, have lived a life like his, and have wound up in the Father's embrace in the end with everybody else. So I hope this helps you to not feel as heavy as I do today. May the way, the truth, and the life that Jesus provides us give us joy and the ability to be content in any and every situation. And may this peace bring you joy in the coming days.